Hello fellas, welcome to another video on the Project FJR, and this is the video where we're gonna start dismantling the bits of the bike and see how far we're gonna go in removing some panels or removing the exhaust or center stand and things like that to get all the rusty bolts off, the rusty components, maybe cleaning some things on the bike, and yeah, let's see how far we go in this video. I've got some WD-40 and I'm gonna try to spray on some rusty old bolts, especially around the exhaust area where, you know, they've been there for like quite a while. So I'm not sure if you guys can see, but the bolts are really rusty around. So I'm gonna try to get some lube. So yeah, if I can take both exhausts off, at least I have a bit more space to go around the bike and service the diff. So yeah, let's go on the other side. As you can see here, this rear shock has been leaking for a while. I'm not sure how much oil is left in this shock. So I must say I probably have to replace it with a new one or upgraded one. However, somehow I need to remove it because there are lots of companies out there that if I send the original shock along with the electronic mechanism for the preloads and stuff like that, they replace the actual shock and make it work with the electronic components. So that's what I'm gonna try, but until then obviously we have a lot more to do. Obviously do the service on the bike. The oil is there, the oil looks okay, but again, it's 4 years old oil in there. So yeah, I'm trying my best to make it nice and pretty again. Now we're gonna start removing the exhaust. We try on the left hand side first because I've got more room here, and then I'll remove the other one that is between the bikes on the other side. We have here two bolts. One is clamped on the just under the rider's foot peg, just behind there, and another one is on the passenger foot peg. So we're gonna smash those two up and see, well, first of all, by looking at how rusty the bolt is, I might struggle, but we'll give you a go. Oh, it's coming off. Not sure if I need to do it all the way, but I will take it off completely because the screw, or the bolt shall I say, is really rusty. Here we go. Wow, look at this, completely rusted. I might need to find another one. Let's see if we can undo this one. Oh, okay, this one comes off a lot easier. Looks like I can do it by hand now. Look how clean this is. So yeah, whatever happened, the bike only rusted underneath, not above here. So that is interesting. Okay, right, let's see if we can take it off now. After a lot of banging, I managed to take it, to undo it. So now we'll just slide this off. Wow, this weighs a ton. Let me just show you. So this gunk, or whatever this might be, this was stopping me to pull the exhaust out. It was kind of welding on, but this is just the sort of material that's used for the exhaust to basically to stops the emissions escaping. So we're going to do the same on the other side. Now I've got both sides of the exhaust taken off. I have to be honest, the right hand side was a lot cleaner and came off a lot easier. They're both in good shape, so all this dirt here, this will actually clean off, and the exhaust itself is in very good condition. It's a little bit of a rust corrosion there, but again that will clean off on both of them. They are very dirty, but they're both going to be spot on when I'm going to finish with them. So yeah, now we're just going to carry on and see what else we can remove. I've just removed the rear seat of the bike, and when I took the seat off and undone the rider's seat, this has got the same feature as the new Tracer 9 Yamaha. So you pull that and lift the seat up, and look, underneath here is a pair of pliers. I mean, I suppose they might be useful in the future, but God knows how long they've been sitting under the seat. Also looks like we have the original tools for the bike. There you go. Oh, original tools, but probably is nothing in there, or literally feels like it's empty. Oh, an Alin key and a screwdriver. Wow. Yamaha, come on, is that all you can give to your customers? But look like these have never been used. They're brand new. I know you want to hear it without the exhaust. Straight pipe. Oh my god, this is gonna be crazy. Let's crank it up. Wow. I think I'm gonna need to cover my ears. Maybe. Oh my god. That was insane. FJR1300 straight pipe, baby. That sounds amazing. I've put the bolt in some WD-40, and look at the rust that came off them bolts. I mean, look at them. They look much better as it is so far. Obviously I'll see if I can get new ones, but if they come clean, of course I'm going to reuse them. You see this black trim here? To remove this is actually quite simple. So underneath there is this little lug, so that needs to be undone. Here we go, just like that. And then this bit here is actually a bit loose. I'm not sure why, but to remove this is just literally slide up. There you go. And actually this acts like a wind deflector. There you go. So this one is easy. So if you put it, you can see you have one section here on the lower side, and you have another one on the high side. So if you slot this on the high side, so if you fit it just like that, the bike still looks good, but you have even wider fairing by an inch or so. So it makes the knee wind protection a little bit better. Not because it needs it, obviously not. When I've removed this one has got a little bit of a crack here, a little bit of damage, and as you can see, it's cracked all the panel here. So I've got a feeling this bike has been dropped on this side, especially when I see a bit of damage on the engine casing. Not much, but enough to scratch it. And what do I do with that? I'm not sure. I need to figure it out. Now trying to undo the front fairings. As I've noticed earlier, the fairing mounting point is broken. It literally came off in my hand. So yeah, I need to find a way of welding that back together, as in plastic weld, or I'm sure I'm going to find a solution for it. but trying to take all this off, oh my god, is a nightmare. However, if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't find out obviously that if the mount is cracked, and also I wouldn't know until I would have tried it. The 12-volt socket wasn't working, because underneath here is the wiring for it, and obviously by taking it apart, if you look inside the wire plug, it's all corroded, and obviously it wouldn't be working. If you see all that green in the plug, it wouldn't work. So lucky I've undone this. Now I've got a bit of a situation. I'm trying to remove obviously the side fairings here, but something's in the way, and I've just figured out the glove box basically needs to come off first before I can remove the side fairings. And in order to do that, you need to undo the trims under the dash, and to do that, see these little knobbly bits here? These are actually the headlight adjusters that come through those little holes here on either side. So to undo those, I've just spotted, I'm going to show it to you as well, these little knobs here have a side little screw. So first of all, because I was trying to lift this button up but I couldn't, so I've spotted the little screw, I've undone the screw, and then this pops straight off. And once you do that, this under the dash trim comes straight out, and now I can spot is a bolt right there which I need to undo, and this should release some well, I hope it will release the glove compartment. Right, I've managed to take the fairings off on both sides. What a nightmare. Challenging, but I want to show you what I found on the right hand side. So this is the fairing on the right hand side. Let me go on there and I'll show you a better lighting here. So so that's obviously the indicator. So the fairing sits like that, and this is right under the radiator. Now this component here, I have no idea what it is. Please leave a comment below and let me know. But look at all of this is all gone, and that, when I've undone the pipe, this came off in my hand. Is that bad, so rusty. So I need to get one of these, whatever this might be. Leave me a comment below if you don't mind. Let me know exactly what that is. So yeah, this is where we're at the moment. The bike is pretty much stripped regarding fairings. So all front fairings are gone apart from the headlight in the front end, but the lower fairings are all undone. Basically, I don't need to touch the front end because that is not where the corrosion is. Corrosion is at the bottom. Look at the bike, how looks sad for herself. So I'm gonna wrap this video up here. What have we discovered so far? So by removing the exhaust, now we have a clear picture of the rear shock absorber that is leaking very bad, and of course by removing the rider and passenger seat, we found some loose pliers in there. Obviously that's not that important, but by removing the side fairings here, we discovered that mounting bolt that was broken, and of course that will need plastic welding, and by doing that we discovered whatever that box with the two hoses that goes in, that was exploded. So this box here that has been exploded, or whatever happened to it, rusted, corroded completely. So I don't know what this is. I need to obviously find out. I need your help. So if you can shine a little bit of light in what that box is and what it does, and if I can do without it, or indeed if there is any solution by bypassing that or blocking it, or whatever that box might do to the bike, or indeed if the bike doesn't run without it, then where do I get a replacement? What it is, yeah, it's just a tricky one. And yeah, by not removing the fairings, I wouldn't find out the electrical connections weren't working on the on the glove box. So yeah, if you like this sort of videos and you like to see the journey of the project FJR, please make sure you subscribe below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.